too early in the morning for me.
We must do it. We must.
I'm so tired. Hi guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Frost from Kitchen Cosplay. And yeah, we are recording Breaking Bad way too early. Way too early.
Well, no, technically it's not early. It's just that I didn't sleep much. Because I needed to edit stuff, so I kind of slept like 3 hours, and I'm really tired. So if I seem out of it, that's why. Okay. Anyway, we're watching Breaking Bad, episode 4, Cancer Man. Maybe he's gonna tell his wife that he has cancer like I predicted. That would be nice.
He was about to tell her something in the previous episode, so yeah. I guess it is.
I have cancer.
Not I'm cooking mad.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's the other one.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, other things that happened last episode, he finally ended up killing Domingo. He's called. I was about to call him Milazzo. I think I'm watching way too much Westworld right now. Anyway, he killed Domingo after he tried to actually let him go, but then he figured out that Domingo had hidden a piece of plate in order to attack him. It was obvious. Well, yeah, kinda. And he noticed it, and he ended up, realizing that he couldn't trust him. It was him or the guy. It was his family or the guy. His family or murder. And he ended up killing the guy. Oh. And both him and Jesse are like, oh, so fucked up over this. And one thing that we did understand last episode was also the fact that Walter needed to leave aside the soul part of himself, the emotional part. Just
thinking about the chemistry part.
Exactly. So we think he's about to tell his wife he has cancer, so let's see what he does and what happens after. Alright?
Let's watch it, guys.
Let's watch it.
I have cancer.
Who wants to have that conversation with your family? Your son, your brother-in-law, sister-in-law. And how do you react to this?
It's bad.
It's bad? You don't say.
We're family. We get through these things together.
But how can you help him?
Lung cancer? How could that happen? You don't even smoke.
I'm thinking that this goes back 20 years, maybe, to the applications lab. All those chemicals they had you working around. And then the headaches.
It wasn't that.
How do they think they can get away with this? We should hire a lawyer.
Okay, so I talked to my radiologists. We find you the best, the oncology dream team.
I think he's...
The doctor already said that even with chemotherapy, he will only have maybe a few years left, but...
Yeah, I think he's already accepted the fact that he's about to die, and to have them all try to give him hope, it's kind of discouraging him a little. He might not even want help because he doesn't deserve it in his head. And I mean, I understand why Sky is like trying to push the blame onto something. She needs a reason. She needs something to focus on.
Just recently cooked the best batch ever.
Don't start throwing, putting attention on yourself.
Whole new recipe. It's more like a formula, but I don't know. I've been thinking lately to just lay off of it for a while. Because lately it's been kind of making me paranoid, so...
No shit!
Yo, if you're not in the area, man, just tell us to piss off. It's cool. We don't need no soap opera.
Yeah, man, whatever. No, it's all good. I'm just saying, hey, I got plenty of pot.
Yeah, I think I'll bounce, man.
Hey, Holmes, I'm joking. Okay, I'm totally joking with you. You kidding? Sit down.
It's kind of sad because
he didn't want for them to know that he was cooking good, kind of.
No, he wanted him to know. He didn't want to give him some. He's going through some shit, but these aren't his friends. They're there for the drugs.
Yeah.
If he doesn't give him some, they're gonna leave. He's got no one in his close circle of friends who's dared to be his friend. And he's going through so much paranoia. And he just said he didn't want to take some, but he did, so now he's freaking out. Okay, he's hallucinating. Tell me he's hallucinating. Oh, he is. I think he is.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, I could see the resemblance. Joking. But, no, he's gone. And he's gonna do something stupid! It's by jumping across, you know, fences with meth in his hand. Jeez, then he's gonna get arrested. See, I'm loving this. I love the fact that they don't write something off without addressing every side of it. He got hurt, now we're dealing with the consequences. He's not just, oh yeah, he got hurt, but now it's okay, he doesn't care about it, you know?
What?
You're acting all... You're all... Why are you acting so weird?
Son.
You're acting like nothing is going on.
True. Like it's not affecting him. Which was how he first reacted to this, but then we saw him feel it eventually. But like I said, I think he's already accepted his faith. Like he's giving up.
Oh, that damn crib.
What?
I think it's one of the crib that the bad Domingo's father
Oh,
plays.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think that's the doctor.
Maybe. Is that Jesse?
I think, yeah.
That was in our backyard.
He's still jumping fences.
Who's there?
Yeah.
Jesse, man.
What the hell are you doing out here?
Are they his parents?
Hey, Dad. Hey, Mom.
Jake.
They don't look like the kind of parents who will accept him back, you know?
Have you seen his little brother?
Yeah, exactly.
Like proper kid, genius type of kid? Is still their son?
Yeah, but... I mean, I wouldn't have a hard time believing that they threw him out and they don't want to see him again. Knowing what he became and what they look like.
Yeah.
Your guess is as good as mine.
I think we should check his arms for needle marks.
Do we let him stay?
The Presbyterian Church has those meetings. So maybe on condition, you know, if he agrees to attend. I just don't know what to tell Jake.
It kind of breaks my heart. Because I understand their point of view, but we like Jesse.
You know, I just think that things have a way of working themselves out.
Like they did with Domingo?
I can understand though why Walter might not react that much to the news.
Yeah.
We should hang out more often. You know, just kick back and chill. I mean, if
They're
you ever,
so different.
like, I don't know, need advice.
Hey guys, how we doing in here?
Oh, this
Do you think that maybe the
we're good.
parents asked for Jesse to,
move out?
yeah, and to not hang out that much with his older because they thought he was a bad influence for him?
I think, like the dad said, they laid out some rules, and if he was willing to follow them, he was okay to stay, but he decided to go at it his own way and leave.
You see this? What am I, some criminal or something?
Whatever.
Whatever? What, you think that's okay? Like, oh, we can't let that scumbag warp the mind of our favorite son.
I'm the favorite? Yeah, right. Practically all they ever talk about.
I'm loving this though. Because this guy has a family that cares
about him.
But I think they might not have cared in the way he wanted. So he chose to leave. And now he's alone with people that don't care about him. They only care about the drugs he makes. He's going through this shit. He needs support. And the parents, like, they want to lay out the rules. They want to say, like, you follow what we say or you leave, but they can't even say it to him because it's still their son. When you used to be a kid with not a care in the world. And he was good. He was a good artist.
Strange kind of humor, though.
Yeah, but he could have had a future in this.
Yeah, true. Oh gosh, don't show him that, please.
Why not? Yeah.
How ironic, though. Seriously.
I think the thing with Jesse is he has the brains. He just doesn't care.
Yo, man, it's me. So who did you tell about?
Nobody, were you nuts?
Then why are you here?
I don't know. It's like touch base. Thought we could debrief.
Debrief? Wow, that's what you think we need, debrief?
He needs support. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, after what happened, it just seems like the thing to do. Kind of, talk about it. We can't talk to anybody else. Seriously, I got dudes that would give their left nut for a little more.
Great.
I'm just saying, I mean, if you ever, saw your way clear to, you and I cooking a little more.
After all that happened? Are you kidding me?
Get the hell off my property.
How many seasons of this?
I think 5 or 6.
He's gonna go back. But yeah, he came here for a little support. It's true that they're the only two who can understand what the other is going through.
Non-small.
Like it's been there for
What do
years.
you know about that?
Nothing.
Well, that's not gonna fly this time.
How many chances have we given you? How many times have we said right here and had the same conversation over and over
Yeah,
again?
so
Agree
it's
with us in
not
the
that
light,
time.
complete ignorance, and you play on our emotions, and you tell us anything and everything you think we want to hear just so we'll give you another chance.
We are not going to have this in our house. We need you to leave.
And it's not even close to the worst thing he's done.
The worst is that the joint must have been there for years.
Maybe.
Thanks for not telling on me.
What?
You think I could have it back?
Really?
But how old is he, damn it?
It looks to be 12 or something.
Don't follow the same path as I am.
It's skunk weed anyway.
I know the good stuff, that's worst. That's
No,
shit.
but he doesn't
No,
want
I
his
know,
brother
I
to be
know.
like him.
I know.
Especially right now with all the shit he's going through. That was good. That was being a good brother. But
You know, this is actually very hopeful. Did you hear me? I said this is really very,
I
very
don't know
hopeful.
why all I have in mind is she's not about that hope.
she needs something to cling on to. She only wants to believe that he could heal eventually and be there for the baby and the son. Whereas he doesn't want to suffer.
I think that we need to discuss it a little more, that's all.
What is there to discuss? You're gonna get the best treatment, and he's the best.
Well, there's the money discussion. I think, no, $90,000 out of pocket. Maybe more.
There's a way, Walt. There's financing.
Am I supposed to leave you with all that debt? No.
And there's that too.
I just don't want emotions ruling us.
Then why don't you just fucking die already?
Oh, don't say that.
Just give up and die.
But I do understand where the anger is coming from. Like, he's dying, but he's not even willing to try and fight. Oh. Him again.
Oh.
He's gonna take out his anger on him.
I got the best freaking attorney.
What is he gonna do? Why are you so needy today? I thought he was about to set the car on fire. I was like, holy shit.
What is he gonna do? Revenge is sweet. Oh.
Oh my god, okay. He kinda did.
I'm never gonna take someone parking place ever again.
He was a jerk. He was a jerk who took for granted everything, didn't respect anyone. It gave him a little relief. And he probably has the money to buy another car. Ah, I love
That's a
this
good
episode.
ending.
I love this episode. We got to see like both Jesse's family's support and Walt's family's support. They are both so different. And in a way, they're doing the same thing. Like, they want to control their loved ones' lives in a way that's gonna, benefit. Like, Walt's family wants him to follow treatment and have hope and fight for his life, whereas Jesse's parents, they want him to be this perfect son and leave behind all the crap that he's been, dealing with. But both of them are so different from what the family think they are, Jesse is not that kid. Walt is not that husband, that father, and it's just, it creates a ridge between them and the rest of the family, and it's really sad. Especially in Jesse's case, I'm like, holy shit. It wasn't even his fault.
I can't believe. I first thought that it was maybe an old John from when he was kind of living there back then, but
his brother. And I mean,
and he looks
maybe,
like 12, maybe younger than that.
Yeah, he's really young. But think about it for a second. It's not that hard to believe where this came from. They come from a family that, really puts the bar high. They want their sons to be good at school. They want their sons to be perfect in everything. They value trophies and A's and good grades and all that, but they put so much pressure on the kids. Maybe that's why they're trying. They both tried to find a little relief somewhere else.
To be in their own way of rebellion.
Yeah, even if the parents don't know, it's their way of showing. Even though you want me to be this kid, I'm gonna be my own kid. I'm gonna rebel, like you said. So the second son is going through something very similar, maybe to what Jesse was going through as a kid. I think his own way of rebelling. I think he has the brains. It's just that he didn't want to put in the attention. That was maybe his own way of
maybe just he's
rebelling.
book smart, but he's at least street smart, so that's something.
I mean,
but yeah,
he was failing in chemistry, but he's been cooking meth for years. Yeah, it wasn't the best.
Emilio was cooking meth.
I know,
He
but
was selling it.
when he applies himself, I think he does have the brain. It's just that he's not putting in the effort needed. He's passionate about what he's doing right now, but chemistry and what he's doing right now is not so far apart. So why wasn't he into chemistry back in the day? Why wasn't he into school? I think, like I said, I think he has the brains. And like you said, it was kind of his way of rebelling against his parents. And it's really sad to see that it created this rage, because the parents, they love him. Obviously. What are you doing? Don't throw that on the ground. The parents obviously love him, and I understand their point of view, and since we've been with Jesse from the start, we understand his point of view as well, and it's really sad. I think the parents laid out some ground rules. If you want to keep living in the house, you need to do these things. You need to stop doing your shit. You need to follow the rules. And he was done following the rules, so he left. If he's willing to come back, they're willing to open the door, but he needs to follow the rules. And he doesn't want, at the end we saw it, I think he was ready to maybe...
It looks like he wanted to find some mutual ground with his family, but his parents, they're not willing to try to understand what he might be going through.
Of course. I mean, they freaked out over pot.
I understand, though, why they wanted this... detach themselves from this... detach themselves from the drug problems and everything. Technically, imagine having a family member, a son or a brother or sister who's doing drugs, and you know that it's destructive, and he doesn't seem to want to help himself. That he's helpless.
And I mean, it saps your energy.
After some time, you just want to give up because you don't know what to do anymore.
Which might happen to Walt's family in the long run, like the son telling him to go and die. It saps your energy to try to help someone who doesn't want to help himself or herself. I've been through this with people, and it's destructive. You do not want to try and help someone who's going to drag you down with her or him, It's really sad, but...
Don't remind me.
Because you know who I'm talking about, right?
Depends on what kind of problem you're talking about, but yeah.
But, sorry, I forgot to stop this. But, in the end, you clearly saw, I think Jesse might have found something he was passionate in, and since he didn't put in the attention anywhere else, I think he might have dropped his hopes and dreams as a kid, because he was a really good artist, and he describes what he does as art.
He said he was an artist. Maybe he wants to be a videist or...
yeah, maybe. But he didn't see a future.
Artist. Yeah, but like you said, his parents are all about academics, grades and trophies. Not... Well, kind of our parents. They want us to succeed in school and not be artists.
Yeah, go have your diploma and then you can make videos and stuff. I've been told that years ago. And in a way I understand, because it's scarier to go into a profession about art because everything is not sure. Everything is unclear, and you need to take chances.
Some stable grounds.
So they might not have been supportive of his artistic ways. That might have been enough for him to drop them all together and just go into something he understood and something he feels good about. But this whole world he's into, it led him to a group of people that don't care about him for who he is. They only care about the drugs. If he's not willing to give some, they're gonna leave.
Yeah.
Like, we're here for the drugs, we're not here for the soap opera. So they're not even willing to listen. He's going through so many things right now, and he can't even talk about them because Walt doesn't want to see him, because he's going through his own problems, and he can't tell his family.
It's sad. It's really sad because on one side you have his family that cares about him, but are not willing to try to understand what is going through and what the drugs problem in the world could be. On the other side, you have the ones who understood what the drug world is, but doesn't care about him. In the middle, you have Walter White, who kind of understand now what the drug is and has a caring side with him, with Jesse. And he doesn't want to have any kind of relationship with Jesse. He just wants for him to go away and never met again. As now.
I could see, a few episodes ago, I said I could see maybe a
father-son
relationship growing between the two.
After
seeing this,
thinking it could be some sort of father
his
figure
mentor and
for
stuff.
him.
But the thing with Walter and Jesse together is that if they are together, they're gonna cook meth. They're not just gonna hang out. They're gonna be together in order to solve problems. It looked like Jesse tried to reach out to Walter in this episode because he's not getting the support from his friends. He's not getting the support from his family. The only guy who can understand him is his teacher, and the teacher right now doesn't want to care for him because he doesn't even want to care for himself.
Yeah.
And you're kind of right. I mean, Walter has two ways he can go. With Jesse or with his family. When he's with his family, they want to help him so much, but like you said, they are not willing to understand what he's going through. And in a way, I do understand. I mean, they are going through this as well. You might have cancer, but your cancer affects the family because he might die. If he dies, he's not going to be there to take care of the family. He's not going to be there for the baby, and he's not going to be there for his son. We know that. We thought about that in the first episode when he first learned he had cancer. So the family goes through it as well. But you need to address this problem thinking about what he wants to, because he's going through the illness.
The sickness, yeah.
Exactly. But it's still sad. I mean, think about the son. Like, you've got the mom who's going at it her own way. She has her plans, and of course he's gonna follow the plan because it's the only plan possible. She doesn't even want to acknowledge the fact that he might not want to do chemo, and he might not, want to take the risks. And you've got the son who went to him and's like, what's wrong with you? Why are you not reacting? He was actually interested in knowing what was wrong, but of course he's not going to tell him what's actually going on in his head because it's his kid and he's doing a lot more than they think he's doing. So the son was willing to at least ask him, but it's like he gave up hope. And if he doesn't have hope, why should they? It's not like they can start hoping for him,
If hope out there as well.
Yeah, you need to have hope. But it's really, really sad, and I think maybe he needs to... It needs to be 50-50. Like, they need to stop and try and control his life, but he needs to put in the effort to at least give a shit for them. Because I think from his point of view, like, he did say that he needed to stop thinking about his problems with his art and start thinking with his head. He's doing the same thing as we said last episode. He's acting like a chemist. He's acting like a scientist.
The rational way to do so.
Exactly.
I can have the chemo treatments, but what if it doesn't work? If it works, we're gonna be in debt. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna be dead for nothing, and you're gonna be in debt for nothing.
So, but I think he's gonna do like the 50-50 thing, and considering his way of getting money is doing meth, he's gonna be like, okay, either I just don't do the chemo and my family hurts and is sad and I just give up, but we keep on moving and give them the money I have and they're gonna be okay when I'm dead, or I do the chemo but I cook meth in order to pay for the death and make sure that my family is not
drowning
drowning when I'm dead.
If the worst comes to worst.
Exactly. So I think he's gonna go back to doing meth because he needs to show at least a little
money.
hope. He needs the money, and he needs to show that he's willing to fight for his life. And, it's gonna help his family stop stressing out over what he's going through. But, it's a terrible thing. I mean, chemo is it's not a 100% chance of surviving, and it's gonna put him through shit. Like, you heard the list. He stopped listening after a while because it was way too long. Like I said in the episode, there are people who prefer not to do chemo and spend the rest of their days living instead of hurting and actually going through worse shit.
Well, I mean, if your prognostic is not that good at the beginning, I can understand why going through shit if you just can have good time with your family members and loving ones.
Which is what you might be thinking right now. I mean, why go through all of this? Because he believes that he's gonna die. There is no chance he's gonna survive. He doesn't have hope for himself. And I don't think he wants to have hope for himself because after what he just did, he doesn't believe he deserves it.
You told me that I was saying something like weird at the beginning because when he was cooking the meat, we heard like screaming in the background. That wasn't that far-fetched though. He was imagining screaming like his fate because he killed 2 people, Domingo and Emilio.
Yeah.
He was imagining stuff.
The crib with the name on it. Both of them need support, and both of them are not finding it where they're looking. I think together they might be able to help each other out more. It's just that Walter
and develop
needs
a beautiful friendship together. That would be beautiful to watch.
There is clearly something in Jesse that makes you think he was a good kid, and he's still a good kid. It's just that
he cares about his brother. By the way, what do you think the age difference might be between Jesse and his little brother? Like
Jesse looks like maybe early 20s to mid 20s. Not sure. And his brother looks like he's 12. So
maybe older.
Maybe 10 years.
10 years? Really?
It's almost like they tried to do good with their first son, and when he
didn't
couldn't,
work,
they did another one. No, but I think we'll find out. Maybe we'll check online and see. Or you guys are going to tell us. What's the age difference between the 2 brothers?
Yeah,
how old is Jesse?
If you know it, write it down because I really want to know what the age difference is.
He's old enough to own his aunt's house.
Oh, God. Kylie Jenner bought her first house at 17 because she had the money.
You think he has enough money to buy a house? That's his aunt's house.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't own the house. That's his aunt's house.
Anyway. And I think he's major. That's for sure he's major. So
of course he is.
I just don't know if he's more early 20s.
Like 18 or 19 something.
No, I think he's older
than that.
Yeah. Or at least he looks older, so I don't know. Anyway, but it breaks my heart because in the end he did what he did. It's not like he's saying, well, if you want to take some shit, take it from me. Which, by the way, I wanted to say this in the episode. It's tricky when you want to help a family member who's taking drugs because Jesse's like, he's throwing the shit on the ground. What's going to stop his brother from trying to find other shit? And if it doesn't come from a reliable source, he might get it from someone who's not trustworthy, and he might get, like he said, shit drugs that are going to do worse to his system than they could. So it's tricky in this way, but the fact that he actually did throw it on the ground and he covered for him, and he's like, oh, don't take that. It's not good shit. But I think deep down, like we said in the episode, he's doing this because he doesn't want his brother to go down the same path. Don't break our parents' confidence. Don't break their trust in you.
Don't get kicked out of their house.
Yeah, because you don't want.
Young for that.
Because you don't want to end up without the system, the support system.
Yeah.
You want to have good grades. You want to have a good life in the future, and you want to have the support from our parents, which is something I don't have anymore. He doesn't believe they love him. He doesn't believe they're ready to support him.
He did say that his younger brother was the favorite child, and his brother said, "No, I'm not. They always talk about you."
Which goes to show that they do care about him, but they're just done with the bullshit. If he's not willing to try, like Walt, well, they're not going to try either. which might happen to Walt if he doesn't put in some work, you know.
We talk about the brothers trying to rebel themselves against their parent pressure. I keep thinking that maybe the younger brother, like usual, if you have another brother or sister, they're your role model. You want to take them as an example and be like them and act like them.
If the parents keep talking about Jesse.
The younger brother saw his brother rebelling himself against his parents'
but he's the favorite
type of living.
From his point of view, he's the favorite child, and he's the one who has it all now.
He's doing what he wants. He lives the way that he wants, and maybe he thinks that what is his name, James or Jake?
I don't know.
What, Jake? He's maybe too young to go on his own, but he can find his own way to be like his brother and rebelling like his brother did too. Which is not a good way to do, by the way.
Anyway, I really love this episode, and I really hope that both of them end up having the support that they need, at least with each other, if not with their families. It's really sad. I love this type of drama.
Well, it's not. It's good writing when you kind of understand what a character has been going through, their support system, where they're coming from, and the reason behind them, what they're doing.
One thing that they are doing right now that I really enjoy about Breaking Bad so far is the fact that they don't leave anything behind, you know? They address every single side of the problem, like the way it would happen in real life. And so many shows are gonna start something and, you know, get your hopes up about, oh, maybe that character is gonna go through some shit and I'm gonna enjoy it because drama, and then they drop it completely and I'm like, there was so much potential and they don't use it. But so far they've been using it really good. They've been exploiting their plot points, and I really love that. Like, they could have just brushed over the death thing, but they stopped with an a complete episode about how they were going to go at it, and then an episode in which we saw how they dealt with it. Now we're seeing the consequences, and we still see the physical consequences of what happened last episode, which is the wound on his leg. I love that. They're not leaving anything like, oh, you can guess what happened. Just add in the details. No, they're showing us. I love this.
The wife still doesn't know about the wound on his leg.
It's evidence. Yeah, so this is why he needs to take care of it himself.
I guess a dog bite him or something.
Yeah. Anyway, yep.
I don't know, but I really like to see Jesse going back to his first patient, the drawing.
Patient,
sorry. The drawing, maybe use it as a coping system if he's going through shit or trying to do something else. I really like to watch it.
It's funny because it brought him back to Walter. Looking at his old drawings brought him back to Walter, as in, don't forget he's there, he could actually give you maybe the support that you don't get from your family. Which is why you went to him again after, but right now Walter is dealing with some shit.
That is sad.
Okay, so we want them to go back together and help each other out. And yeah. And the police is on the run, so something might happen next episode. I don't know. We're halfway through season 1.
Yeah, and after the new Kingpin.
Yeah, he doesn't look like it. Anyway, so that was episode 4, Cancerman. Right?
Yeah, Cancerman.
Thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is up on Patreon as we speak. The link is down in the description.
If not, well, you're gonna need to wait a couple of days because the next one should be uploaded on YouTube next Tuesday. Tuesday.
This is episode 4. It's 2 a week.
Episode 4, it's Tuesday, 1, Thursday, 2.
Oh, yeah.
Next episode will be next Tuesday.
I don't know what I was thinking then. Okay.
Wake up, girl. Sorry. Wake up.
So yeah, next Tuesday on YouTube. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.